standard, our own set of criteria. And it's not necessarily points or stops or whatever standard statistics. It's a clear barometer that we've set for us with how we train. And we're slowly but surely moving in the right direction.
You're definitely moving the right way. I know one of the things about the NZNBL is that it can change on any given week. You won't be taking anything for granted coming in here.
We have a crucible this weekend. We will be tested to the highest degree. All of our habits, our conditioning, our togetherness. There will be many moments of adversity in the next 25 and a half hours. And that experience prepares us for what we know is basically a two-day tournament before you can advance to the final in this league. So we're grateful for the opportunity to test ourselves, and all we have to do is stay together.
Well, the best of luck for your match tonight, mate.
Thank you very much.
Saving Private Sokolowski, ready to go storm the beaches for this man.
25 and a half hours of togetherness on a journey for that Bulls team. Love the intensity of Dan Sokolowski. And for Everard Bartlett, same starting five as it has been since they had the arrival of Ira Lee. Production-wise, who will step up tonight against this big team? Kenny and Natai in the backcourt, Ross Batch on the perimeter, Hiram Harris, he will have his hands full. Or will the Franklin Bulls have their hands full with Hiram Harris? Always a menace on the glass, and Ira Lee has got some nice touches around the rim. For Everard Bartlett, getting a home win is paramount.
Here with coach of the Taylor Hawks, Everard Bartlett. Everard, must have been great to get those wins on the trot out there on the road, but you'll be looking forward to getting a home win, I'm sure, tonight.
Oh man, we've been hanging out for a home win for quite some time. Like you said, we're playing really good basketball on the road. You know, we got to transfer that on the home court. Play with a bit of pride and give these fans something to celebrate.
The Bulls, they've got some sharp shooters. They've had some high-scoring matches in their last four. I'm sure defense will be key tonight.
Look, they're a team that's playing confident. Their momentum's with them. You know, they're at the top of the ladder, so we know it's going to be a tough game. Defensively, there's assignments all over the place that we need to watch out for. And what's hurt us, and hopefully we learned from our last game against Rams, is we need to play team defense much better. You know, have each other's back, and hopefully we see that tonight.
Well, look, you've got a huge home crowd getting ready to support you, I am sure, because I've seen you guys out and about in the community doing great things here in Hawke's Bay. So best of luck for the game tonight, mate.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Head-to-head, here is how it looks between these two teams.
Don't be fooled by the efficiency of the Franklin Bulls there. It has been lifted up. The Taylor Hawks, on the other hand, they've been shooting the ball great from inside the two, not so much from deep. Both teams there in the bottom three in the league in three-point percentage. Neither team great at the TAB, and they don't go there very often. They're 7th and 8th in free throw rate, so they're struggling to get to the line, but it's all about the points against. 80, just under 83 a game for the Bulls, almost 95 a game for the Hawks. If the Bulls play solid defense, they will sneak this one on the road. The Hawks gotta find a way to slow this Bulls team down.
Leon Fotu to get us underway. Carmen Poto streaking away with it. Right-hand finish. The Bulls off to a hot start. Arguably the quickest basket this season.
Well, an unfortunate bounce there, but not a great setup off the tip. You normally want to have a defender back on your side of half court to take away exactly that type of action.
A steal as well. They average over 9 a game to the Bulls. Carmen Poto saw the double. Here's Brantley. Jamal Brantley, good defense from Ira Lee.
I would like to see a bit more aggression from Dom Kamapoto in the paint there. He had that size mismatch, would have forced a double, would have forced more help to come his way. Instead, the quick kick out allowed the Hawks defense to settle.
Harris stepping through, finds Lee. Ira Lee rocks the rim with a two-handed dunk.
Late rotation on the drive out of the corner allowed Ira Lee. Perfect position, great find by Hiram Harris as he's driving the lane, looking to get dish, not just score.
4-2. Banging into Harris. Offensive foul.
That's an easy call there. Hiram Harris baited him into a little bit, but once you get that extended arm, there's really difficult to try and avoid that offensive foul call. And Hiram Harris got pinged with a couple fouls early a week ago against the Rams. Kept him off the court, trying to do the same to Dan Fotu this week.
Russ Bench knocks it down. Good start after the opening basket by the Bulls for the Hawks.
Ethan Rusbatch had one of his best games of the season in the home or the season opener against the Bulls, where he dropped 29, including the three that wins it.
Fotu for three. They don't shoot a lot of threes, do the Bulls, and Carmen Porto cleans it up on the glass.
He's doing nice work early. First off the tip with the hustle in there. Out-muscling Jordan Natai down low to get the putback.
Here is Natai. Felt the contact from Brantley.
Jordan Natai, he's the barometer for this squad. As he goes, so goes they, as we see the Ethan Rusbatch comes off for the handoff. Ira Lee hands it nicely. Rusbatch finishes. And then Don Kamapoto on the offensive glass, just shedding Jordan Natai before he gets the position and tips it in with that flaming hair.
I'd love to know what's on the back of the scalp of Don Kamapoto's hair.
We're going to have to check that one out. That is a lot of dye used in that one, and Jordan Natai hits the first one from the TAB to stretch the lead to 2.
Don Kamapoto changes it every game for us.
It's appreciated.
I don't know if he'll change it for tomorrow's game. This is just for the round team.
Yeah, I think he's got to do something. It's tough to do on the drive back or the flight back. Either way, not where you want to be dyeing your hair.
Look, respect if he does. Here's Ricky McGill with the ball. Isaac Davidson. Carmen Porto up high. No one body on him, so he just makes it work for him. Ethan Rusbatch tried to pick him up, but it's too hard for him.
Well, the Hawks are trying to guard Don Kamapoto with Ethan Rusbatch right now. He recognized it, excellent recognition, took him straight to the grindhouse to get the finish.
Ira Lee, left-hand drive. Fotu comes over and challenges it. Bulls have the stop and the ball. Here's Davidson. Hiram Harris putting his body on the line. Could be called for the foul.
Well, just got caught up a little bit too much. Didn't reach so much, but that was, as you mentioned, the body was on the line. That's where the body came into play. Hiram Harris trying to talk his way out of it, but too much contact on that drive there. And Davidson heads to the TAB for 2 and a chance to take the lead early in the first quarter.
Bulls have been impressive. And deep as well. They had a Jared Wilson frame from the Rams. Matt Freeman joined up with them, coming back from Germany. Jordan Bazant comes off the bench. Got Tatui Lewis, the youngster, on the road with them, on the bench as well.
Don Kamapoto took a shot there. As he and Ira Lee were getting into the box out. It's all love, though. Just, you know, a crack to the face that occasionally happens.
7-all. Ricky McGill, defensive point guards with Jared Kenny as well. Hiram Harris.
Ooh, that's just out of bounds, no foul called.
Yeah, Hiram Harris just stepped out there. Good defense by Fotu.
It's not easy to do. Off that handoff, he has to get around that and still bodies him up. You know, possibly on that line of what's legal or not legal. But Fotu forces a turnover instead of getting the whistle.
McGill. Hiram Harris. Again, Fotu and Harris combined.
Yes, that's a charge, I believe.
Yeah, Hiram Harris just barreled into Dan Fotu. This is a great matchup between these two young players. Second foul for Hiram Harris.
You can see it here, just straight into the chest of Fotu, and he gets completely decleated. Feet off the ground, and Hiram Harris, he's trying to be aggressive. He's trying to go out there and inspire his team to victory, but he's got to be aware of how valuable he is on the court. He cannot force that action when Dan Fotu had pretty reasonably good position against him.
Jordan Hunt in the game for Hiram Harris.
Now, certainly affects their tenaciousness defensively, their switchability, but Jordan Hunt, probably a better offensive player, has that a bit more range to 3.
He's a rim runner.
And he is definitely a rim runner. No doubt about it. He likes running that lane, getting those easy buckets.
Fotu steps through.
A lovely use of the up fake.
Dan Fotu had 10 first quarter points last game at the Franklin Pullman Leisure Centre. And Brantley gets the block. And he's in a scoring vein as Dan Fotu. The block!
Foul call.
From Ira Lee. Foul called though.
Well, the Cowboys can't believe it. They're shocked. And the block was clean. There's no doubt about it. Up high, he hit that off the glass.
I saw that in the last game.
The landing, this is a little bit different. Look at the drop off here. He comes in clean. You see the body though. Doesn't give him a clean landing space. The foul gets called. The Cowboy can't believe it. But what he also can't believe is that Dan Fotu is heading to the TAB for 2 attempts.
Bulls do not shoot very well from the TAB line at all. Just 68% as a team. Fotu shoots 67%. Makes the second. Franklin have a 4-point lead.
These teams 7th and 8th in free throw rate. Both under 25% of their possessions ending in free throws. And that's tipped up for the Bulls as of late, and they got more aggressive inside.
Here's Davidson. Kalman Poto. Nice dump off for the big man. And Kalman Poto getting to work early on. He's got 8 points.
4 for 4 from the field. Lovely setup by Isaac Davidson. Really balancing that scoring and passing.
Okawa in the game and hits the 3.
That's a good sign for the Hawks when he comes off early as Jordan Atai just snatches it from Brantley before he gets the almost finish.
Jordan Hunt cleans it up. Multiple offensive rebounds there for the Hawks.
Well, look at the hustle, just outworking the Bulls there. Multiple black shirts get back into the picture before any of the Franklin Bulls do. Just being outworked on the road. You know Coach Sokolowski doesn't like to see that.
Someone's might go tonight. It's Kalman Poto again. Set up nicely by Ricky McGill. And he's got 10 points of the Bulls' 15.
5 for 5 from the floor. And they're just all shots that are created out of some nice hustle or setups. And we see Daron Okawa. He notices that Don Poto peels off. And once he does that, he understands he's got the time. Not enough time for Ricky McGill to get back into the play and contest that well. But despite that, it's the efficiency of the Franklin Bulls right now, and in particular, Don Poto. Just 2 players have made field goals. Dan Fotu, 1 for 2, and Don Poto at 5 for 5. 7 for 9 overall from the field are the Bulls right now, compared to 4 for 10 for the Hawks, which isn't that bad considering they got 2 threes in there. But you're going to have to see a greater commitment to defending the interior without Hiram Harrison there for this Hawk squad if they want to stay close to this Bulls team.
Well, all 5 on the floor have scored for the Hawks. Conversely, it's been Dom and Dan doing the damage for the Bulls. Hiram Harrison, a little bit of foul trouble, had to sit. He's got 2 on his name. Okawa, so would be the highest scoring 6th man in the league, Casey. Around about 14, 15 points a game for Daron, almost 15.
Yeah, I would think so. Jared Wilson-Frame might be close to that as well on this Bulls squad.
He averages 11 on the season, but Ira Lee punching it down.
Well, the aggressive move, the way he dropped the shoulder and just displaces Don Poto there, clearing the space for the strong above the rim finish.
McGill had his pivot, kept it. Poto with an offensive board off the Brantley miss. Strong move. Kalman Poto has 12.
Beasting the Hawks right now. Took that offense when Ira Lee put him in the rim. Right back at you, Hawks.
Ira Lee going again.
Travel.
A little bit too happy with that.
You can see the space that Don Poto is giving him. He's at the free throw line and he doesn't want to shoot that. He wants to put it on the floor. He's got a bit of shake to him, but just a bit too aggressive with that jab step. Back to DKP if they want it. They do.
Backing down Lee. Great position.
Oh, that's got to be a foul. I thought a little late on the whistle.
This is a great battle We're a little bit robbed of the Harris Fotu one with the foul trouble.
Is that the scariest smiley face you've ever seen on the back of DKP's head?
Is that what that is? That's amazing. I love that. That is. Imagine looking at that when he's backing you down on the post.
Ira Lee checks out of the ball game with that foul there as he picks up his second personal.
Is it like some sort of jack-o'-lantern Venom Joker crossover?
I see it. That's what it feels like that.
It's a great color. It matches this great game he's having.
It is vibrant.
I love it. Didn't come in Porto.
What a start.
Didn't want to play this season, is that right?
Didn't want to play. Was going to take a year off to get his body right following the 3x3
He's a
efforts that he put in.
great 3x3 player.
Been to the world champs and really takes a lot of pride in pulling on the black singlet for New Zealand in that form of the game. But he was, I would say 20 kgs overweight when the season started. He has worked his tail off to get himself back in the position to be putting these kind of performances on the court.
Nice to know I wasn't the only one then. He takes a seat. What a great first quarter he's had.
14. He's got 14 already.
14 of the 19.
It hasn't even been 6 minutes.
Here's 14. The Hawks have 14.
DKP.
Rusbatch pulls the trigger. Just a touch long. Here's Davidson. He's been scoring the ball really well as well. Brantley likes the matchup on Rusbatch. Nice move from Jamal Brantley.
Jamal Brantley, a de facto power forward. He can play that three, defend that three, but he's got a lot of bone marrow on Ethan Rusbatch in the paint there.
He plays really good defense. He is, I would argue, he was their communication on defense. As Rokawa misses, Brantley with the rebound. Matt Freeman in the game.
Bulls are just attacking the post.
Oh, they certainly are. Brantley on the cut. Great look from Isaac Davidson.
And the defense is stagnant. Everybody looking at the ball, but Jamal Brantley not stagnant, cuts to it, gets the finish because of it.
Wilson Frame and Bazan out there as well for the Bulls. Rokawa knocks that down. Rokawa has 5. 16-23. Denham Brook also in the game now. So it'll be Bazan with the ball. By comes Freeman. Davidson spins, drives, too strong. He goes down.
I think he expected, heard some footsteps there because he had plenty of time, didn't take it. We see Jaden Bazant stopping the break with the foul there.
Be the 4th team foul for the Bulls. Hawks have 4. Nato takes a seat. Kenny back in there.
The Hawks not finding great efficiency, but creating good looks, but it's all about that defensive end. They have to find a way to keep this Bull squad out of the paint. Over 1.3 points per shot inside the paint. Everywhere else, less than 1 point per shot.
Turnover. Futu got the hand on it. Bazant into the chest of Rusbatch. Off the glass. Hunt comes down and cleans it up.
Just enough defensively and good team rebound. 4 black shirts in there.
No one on that side of the floor for Denham Brook. Back to Kenny. Nice pass to Jordan Hunt. And that's just unlucky. Bazant caught on an island. Here's Futu. Denham Brook took the charge.
And I actually thought on the other end, Jordan Hunt might have had some contact on his attempted finish against Bazant in the key. But here, Dan Fotu just trying to do a little bit too much. Denham Brook in excellent defensive position, and everybody else closed off those passing lanes. And we see the way Jordan Natai shot into that one. Dan Fotu probably wanted to go out to Brantley for the triple. Didn't have that angle, was forced to keep it, and gets the foul because of it.
Rokawa to Brook.
Ethan Rusbatch is being aggressive with his three-point looks here in the first quarter, and he should be. They need him to hit to be successful.
Good ball movement from the Bulls. And again, this will be shots now. The Hawks pick up the personal foul.
And just a bit reckless on that closeout because of that good execution the Bulls displayed on that on ball. The defense came out, overshowed a bit, opened that angle for Danfotu inside. And what I've liked about Danfotu the last few weeks is he's not just settling for where he catches the ball. He's got that one dribble down really nicely, where he's able to put the ball on the deck for one, maybe two, and get to a spot where he's a better scoring threat, drawing more defenders in and making this a more efficient Franklin Bulls offense.
The bench the Bulls have Wilson, Freeman, and Bazant.
I mean, Wilson Frame just gets in the ball game. You know, this is a guy who is electric at times scoring the basketball. Was huge in the fourth quarter a week ago for the Bulls.
Defense from Freeman. Fotu with the rebound. Here's Bazant. So a proponent of the 3x3 game for New Zealand, and Fotu misses that three. A minute to go in the first quarter. Hawks down 8. Nartai into Jordan Hunt with Bazant on him. So again he finds it, and again Bazant does the job.
Well, Jordan Hunt's got to be quicker with his decisive moves there. He's going through up fakes and step throughs. You don't want to do that on a smaller player. You want to take a drop step and power right up through their chin to get the finish. Don't bring it down low to get that ball knocked away.
Wilson Frame for 3. Oh, what a rebound. Danfotu, power man.
Well, one man amongst 3 Hawks players there, and he out-hustled everybody the first time to the basketball and then fought through some hands to finish. Didn't complain to the refs, just picked it up and earned the Bulls a 10-point lead here in the first quarter.
Rokawa going left, misses with the right. Wilson Frame with it. 3 to shoot. Almost could have taken a couple more dribbles, but that'll do us. The Bulls with a 10-point lead after 1 quarter of basketball. 26-16. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second quarter.
And my man Tony coming out of the court, man. This time for the Cells, NBL Steel. Thanks to Cells Pizzas. And this is Finn. What's the leader, man? Oh, time to score. All right. Good chance to take this ball from me right now. Dribble it down, score it out. You're going to come back to halfway. Do it 3 times. We'll give you a Cells t-shirt. Let's go, Finn. Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. My man Finn, first shot. No good, shoot again. Anderson, out to halfway. Time ticking away, we've got a minute 15 seconds. Let's go again, Finn, take it nice and casual. Finn for the win, come on, man. All right, one more time. We've got a minute up our sleeves. Show them how it's done. We'd like to get our future Taylor Hawks out here on the court. And with ease and time to spare, round of applause for Finn, who has taken out the Cells NBL Steel in your critical green arena tonight. And there's me, my man. I'm very fast as well. Wait right there.
Welcome back, second quarter. About to get underway. 26-16, the Franklin Bulls came out and got it done. Tom Kaman-Poto had 14. Get to well-earned breather, shooting 55% of the Bulls. The Hawks shooting 33%. And their leading scorer, Rokawa with 5.
Well, just love what the Bulls are doing defensively. They forced 6 turnovers, holding that Hawks team to 33% from the field and 40% from deep. While they also got to the line 8 times, which is 4 times as many times as the Hawks got there for their 2 for 2. They are controlling all the aspects of the game they need to hold this lead and get a win on the road. Hawks need to respond.
Rusbatch pulls the trigger. Can't get that. Ethan Rusbatch 1 for 4 from downtown. Freeman in rhythm.
Hirokawa tried to take a bit of a charge out there in the open court. Nobody saw it. It was the worst for wear on it on the floor because of it. Left Freeman wide open, couldn't convert.
Hirokawa, he's got 7 now. Hiram Harris back out there. 2 quick fouls in the first quarter had him sit. McGill, he hasn't scored yet. Fotu finds the backdoor cutter. On point was the pass.
Thread that needle.
Man, that is synergy between those two players.
I mean, it did not look like that was going to be an assist, more like a turnover from the angle we had, but drops it in for 2. 10-point the lead again.
Nartai for 3. Hawks are cold from deep. And now 2 for 7.
And they need that three-pointer to be the equalizer against this interior scoring that the Bulls are so proficient at.
Only shooting 31% from downtown as well. Do the home team. Visitors with the ball through Fotu. Dan Fotu, oh my goodness. I guess that's what happens when you go up against your older brother, Isaac Fotu, who was a stout low post defender and scorer.
Very patient in the post, taking his time and getting great looks.
Hirokawa can't get that little runner to go.
Another good look, but you want to get that ball through hands. Force this Bulls defense to rotate a bit, not just stay static.
Oh, the look! Fotu with the finish. Ricky McGill had them all looking the other way.
And now we're starting to see a less dynamic defense from the Hawks. They're not moving around, not a lot of foot speed. They're watching the basketball, and that's opening these passing lanes.
Nartai can't get the friendly roll, but it's the shortest player on the court. And Hirokawa, with all due respect, who gets the tip. Nice work from the point guard.
Missed box out there by Ricky McGill, and Hirokawa takes advantage.
Freeman for 3. Great ball movement. Fotu with the hustle. And then just couldn't quite control it. Dan Fotu, he's in fine form at the moment.
Putting together a nice little game there. He's up to, I believe, 11 points now to go along with 4 rebounds. I think he'll count that last offensive rebound, even though he lost it. Look at that fine down inside. Thought Fotu was going to finish with the jam. Instead, just lays it up as Hiram Harris gets back to the cup.
That is a tough bucket to score at Pettigrew Green Arena for Hawke's Bay at the moment.
But once again, no ball movement. You got to move that thing around. Make them defend you. Don't just dribble up and attack somebody that's everybody staring at you.
Apparently all over Hiram Harris. And sloppy pass. Freeman looking at Wilson Frame. Just a nice little one-handed bounce pass from the big.
It played nicely there, and Wilson Frame was able to get the easy finish off a good delivery from Matt Freeman in transition. It was all created by that passing lane defense.
Nartai in a world of trouble at the moment. Regathers and scores. Jordan Nartai is going to get teed up.
Yeah.
You cannot scream at the referee like that. He's frustrated. He felt like he was fouled. And maybe it might just change the way things are called, though.
But there's been a few calls here. We'll see it. I don't know about that one. I don't know if the contact's there. But it's frustration boiling over from the collectiveness of the calls. Hiram Harris's last drive, no whistle. There's been a few that we've seen Hawks players miss, and they're looking at the officials. Jordan Hunt certainly, but you know what? Maybe stop looking at the officials. Maybe stop looking at the officials in their beautiful coin jerseys and say they're not going to help us out. We got to create our own luck. We have to play through this, and if we get the whistle, that's a bonus. But we just have to play through those arms, get on the rim on our own, and Nartai does a nice job of it, attacking the rim there, and you can see that Coach Dan Sokolowski is not happy with that last possession.
Jared Wilson Frame misses that. He shoots 43% from the foul line.
So what? Did you say 43%? And they sent him to the line on a tee?
Yep.
What is the world coming?
He shoots a higher percentage from 3 than he does from 2 and the TAB.
Oh my, Jiminy Christmas. 43.
I mean, Ricky McGill shoots 75%, but he's not on the floor.
75, also not who you want shooting your technical fouls.
It's just not a great three-throw shooting team. Bazant, not knocks down that three.
But they can do that, baby. Jaden Bazant.
25% from the three-point line is Bazant. Kenny in rhythm, knocks that down. Jared Kenny, I'll tell you what, he's not a great three-point shooter. He averages 9% this season.
Oh my goodness. That is not great.
Felt like I shouldn't really have read that out.
Yeah, that's kind of mean.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jared. You're a great player.
And I think Brantley should have kicked that one on to Freeman, who was wide open. Instead, he takes it and misses.
Riley.
They're just begging for calls, dribbling into the Franklin Bulls, who are playing pretty good defense and hoping the whistle comes. Pass the ball, make the defense bend before you attack it. Look at that. Almost mismatch in the paint. Jared Kenny working hard.
I think it's pretty even, to be honest.
That's why it was an almost mismatch until the whistle comes.
Jared Kenny, good defense until he just got him on the arm.
And he's definitely got the strength to fight against those small forward, power forward types that aren't too much taller than him, but apparently reaches in, gets him in the arm. And now we've got Hiram Harris heading to the bench. This is going to be free throw 10 and 11 here for the Bulls, compared to just 2 for the Hawks up to this point.
Jamal Brantley, brother of Jarrell Brantley, played for the Breakers. Jamal Brantley played for the Breakers as well. Had a couple of COVID-related illnesses through the season. Played a couple of games. And he's been really good for Dan Sokolowski. Those two obviously on the coaching staff is Sokolowski with Modi Moa and the Breakers. Some names been announced on social media joining up with the Breakers. As Jordan Hunt just lost it, went back over. And it's tough for the Hawks here. It's starting to slip away this game, if not already. Down 14, 5:03 to go in this half. Just nothing's really working.
8th turnover of the half for him there. And unforced errors. It wasn't ball pressure that was in his hands, just took his eye off it for a second. And when things aren't going well for you as a team and you're not in the headspace you need to be as a collective, these are the types of things that can start to snowball and become bigger than they initially are. If everything's going well, you get a turnover, you shake it off, you're off to the next play. But when you're in the midst of this losing streak at home, you can't get a break, you feel like you're being hard done by, well, then it all just becomes a little bit heavier, especially down 14 halfway through the second.
Good help defense from Kenny. Turnover from Fotu. Ira Lee with the catch. Calvin Puto back in the game. McGill with the block.
Don Calvin Puto, I believe, with the foul.
Foul got him. It's been a good matchup between those two. The two bigs.
DKP had
quite the sit.
Yeah, quite the break there. And they did this a week ago. I think they're watching his minutes a little bit more, especially as they are folding in more players into this front line with Matt Freeman. They're expecting Tyrell Harrison coming back.
I think he might be a couple of weeks away. Or at least a week. I asked him last weekend, Casey. He said he's getting the cast off in a couple of weeks. So I think in one more week he has it on, and then they'll assess where he's at with basketball activity.
Still got that cast on. Hasn't even been able to hold the baby with 2 hands yet. That's going to be a tough one. Just one hand.
He's got some big mitts, though.
He does, but he's a big man. They don't have the best hands.
Ricky McGill's fouled on the drive.
I've been finding the way that these Bulls guards and the import slots have settled their ways into games pretty interesting. They aren't very aggressive in that first half. They're not really looking for their own number, but as the game goes along, they start to put more and more pressure on defenses in that 3rd and 4th quarter. Ricky McGill has barely looked at the rim, just 0 for 1 from the field coming up to that shot.
Well, Ricky McGill doesn't turn up until the second half.
Doesn't
when it comes to scoring, yeah. He just sets the table, plays defense, runs things nicely. And then if they need a Ricky McGill scoring spurt, he put the jets on, gets to the cup, puts the clamps on at the other end. Nartai misses that. McGill with the rebound. Oh, Jordan Nartai got a piece of that.
Oh my, that stepped out of bounds. They're saying Jordan Hunt stepped out of bounds. That ball's going to stay with the Bulls. No contact called on any of that. Possession stays where it is. And we've got, well, it says 19 on the clock. Should be 14 on the missed shot at the rim, but we'll stick with 19. That'll work.
It's back to 14. Here's Davidson. Knocks down the three. They just needed 2 seconds for that.
Too easy miscommunication there. Wide open look for Isaac Davidson. And now the Hawks are really playing chase this last 4 minutes of the half.
McGill steals it, the best in the league. And he gets the bucket. And then a timeout. It's blown out to 18 here. Hawke's Bay. The Hawks in a world of trouble at the moment. Nothing's working on offense, and the Bulls are scoring at will.
Want to catch us talking about it this Wednesday night. Hoopheads, catch the 2 of us, Andrew, myself, and Justin, Nelson.
Mild opinions, tip and takes. Get it on Wednesday night to 8 p.m.
There you go. My mild opinion on this one is that the Hawks are unable to find the fire they needed to compete with this Bulls team, who will continue to grind you down physically. They're going to keep coming. They're not going to stop. And the mental fortitude of the Hawks to continually put themselves in the way and fight through the pressure, fight through the aggression, and fight through what may be a lot of fouls around the cup that aren't getting whistled. You just have to find a way to get through it and get on to the second half, get on to the buckets. And right now, the Hawks unable to do so. Down to 34% shooting on 10 for 29. 13 rebounds compared to 19 for the Bulls. That's ended up just one more shot.
Excuse me, Casey. Just 2 assists, 9 turnovers.
And that lack of assist play is an issue, I think, for this Hawks team. When you look at their assist percentage on the season, they're 9th in the league at 50.7% on assists, which is right there towards the bottom. And when you combine that with their league worst turnover percentage of 18%, it just does not allow the ball to do a lot of work for you. You're looking at a lot of one-on-one matchups, and because of that high turnover percentage, that quite often ends up in possession for the other team.
Hiram Harris, part of the reason might be that he's in foul trouble in that first quarter. He creates a lot. Just his hustle, his physicality. As Ira Lee goes to work again on Kalman Portal. That has been a great matchup.
I love the footwork there. Looks like he's going back to the baseline for the left shoulder hook shot, instead fades away. DKP sticks with him, but the soft touch Ira Lee displays once again.
Davidson for 3.
Isaac Davidson catches, had the open man in Bazant in the corner, decides to let it fly. And he has been playing well the last few weeks, picking up his efficiency and his aggressiveness on the offensive end. 19
is the lead, just their 3rd 3 as Rokawa got Bazant up in the air. And here will go to the TAB foul line to shoot 2.
And 2 young fellows grew up playing basketball against one another. Yes, they've known each other since the sandpit. So not a move that Jaden Bazant would have seen for the first time, but it is so good that it still fools you. That shot fake, that shooting motion, very similar for Duron Odokawa.
It's a nice Hawks Bay uniform tonight too. The black with the orange and white accents. The trim. Odokawa good on the first. Left it short on the second. Yes. You know what that is? It's a lane violation. And that is a scourge on the game.
The scourge of the game.
It makes my blood boil when I see people trying to cheat the system.
Same.
48-31. Dezan.
Right back to the post.
Why not? Go to Dom Calmapoto. Hasn't missed.
Just great positioning.
These two are enjoying the matchup. He and Lee.
I love the play. This cross screen, he catches it right on the block so low, and that is a tough place to defend one-on-one with no help, and DKP takes advantage again.
Look out, Rusbatch driving. Lee on the follow.
What a one-on-one battle between Ira Lee and DKP is heating up, so much so that Coach Dan Sokolowski has had enough.
50 now for the Bulls, 33 for the Hawks. Here's the drive from Rusbatch. Foto with the defense, Lee with the follow.
16 for DKP, still hasn't missed. 7 for 7 from the field. The Bulls as a squad shooting 59%. 7 of their 19 makes from DKP.
I tell you what, I think 6 for 6 is the best in the game, which is Hiram Harris and Ramaro Gill. Don Calmapoto, if he doesn't take a shot, but he's 7 for 7. That's outrageous. So's this deal, half cheese pizza with any large pizza. Use that online code. Pick up only, okay?
Okay.
For New Zealand customers only. T's and C's apply. You can see by the way.
New Zealanders on that.
They're on the FIBA YouTube channel, live, ESPN Plus.
And Sal's does exist in Queens.
So I don't know if it's the same.
I got to say the prices would probably be slightly different in New York than they would be in New Zealand. 50-33. Don't know if anybody saw this one going that way when we walked in the gym today.
Well, the Bulls, they score at around 84.5 a game. The Hawks concede to teams 94.5.
And with the results from earlier in the day, this is a golden opportunity for the Hawks. With the win, they can move into the top 6. But with a loss to this Franklin Bulls team, they are putting their final 6 hopes on the teetering edge.
No one out to challenge 4-2's 3, and they survive the miss. Here comes Lee with the ball. Wisely gives it up and gets it back. Just spins on Ricky McGill, and he's fouled.
And I like how he dribbles straight to the paint when he's got Ricky McGill on him, and he notices the guards there, so he just reposts. He doesn't go out back to the perimeter. He sits right there in that post, expects that ball to come back to him to take advantage of the mismatch, and he does so well. You know, opposite. I spoke earlier about Jordan Hunt in the paint using those fakes, but here Lee just gets to the cup, uses his strength because he's like, these guards can't guard me. And unfortunately from the TAB, he does not get it to drop, keeping the lead at 17.
Sub on the make. Jordan Hunt comes into the game for Lee.
11 points, 4 rebounds for Ira Lee. Himself and Hiram Harris and Jared Kenny all on 2 personal fouls.
Cameron Poto. McGill finds him and he hasn't missed. He's 8 for 8.
Love the delivery.
Wow, what a look.
Falling down just about, gets it over the defense once again, and just playing well.
McGill, this is after we said he's not up to much in the first half. He's just been...
Well, scoring-wise, aggressively on the rim.
He has his fingerprints all over it.
Absolutely.
What you love.
Defensively.
Such a classy point guard for them.
Locked in, and that's Ricky McGill's 4th assist of the half.
Just a little hard on the pass there for Calvin Poto.
And pardon me, that was his 5th assist of the half. As the Bulls turn it over and DKP gets a well-deserved break.
16 points for Tom Calvin Poto. 11 for Rokawa.
18 points now on that last
18, excuse me.
8 for 8.
8 for 8. There's no stopping him except Dan Sokolowski calling a sub for him.
Awesome.
Yeah, Rokawa off the glass. Nice move.
Right to left, back to the right, freezes Matt Freeman, and he explodes to the ring for two.
McGill driving. Ricky McGill off the glass, 5 for him.
The help at the rim a bit late. Heads up play there by Denenbrook and Daron Ruakawa. If you noticed, he told him to hold the ball, just don't pass it in until there's under 24. Now the Hawks get the last shot. They don't have to shoot it before the shot clock goes down.
Five. 3 now. Ruakawa and 1. Took Matt Freeman off the dribble and got him reaching.
Feasting on that matchup these last couple of possessions. Took him to the crossover that blew it by, and that time Freeman does a better job of staying in front, but the contact too much gets the whistle. And we've got a timeout to Coach Dan Sokolowski and the Franklin Bulls, freezing Ruakawa a little bit. Interesting timeout here to discuss what they want to do in their last play, because of course the Bulls still do have their Sky City player timeout. So it'd be a good time to remind the Bulls that on a miss, you grab the rebound, call timeout right away. You can advance that up and still have a second, 1.8 seconds or so to run the play. But on a make, you're going to have to try and go full court. Bulls bench really struggling with that side. Could not get that one out of the way.
(54-38), 2 seconds on the game clock. It's been all Bulls in the first half.
Shooting 60% from the field in the half.
36 points in the paint.
11 assists on those 21 buckets. As you mentioned, just 2 assists for the Hawks. Allowing that defense to stay set, not moving the basketball around enough.
So Ruakawa with the foul shot. Player City timeout if he makes it. He doesn't. There it is there. So do they add a couple of ticks? Might not. Might be 1.2.
Be interesting. 0.8 is a long time to have gone off just on the catch and immediate timeout. So they're going to have, I think, a little discussion.
Well, we've seen time expire in this gym and decide a game here with David Azor against this Hawks team to win a game.
Are they saying it's at 0.5 now? Oh, that is certainly too much time to have gone off on that. You're saying a second and a half went off on that catch. That's going to make it unfortunate. Pretty difficult for the Bulls to get something done here, but enough time to get something in the bucket.
And that'll do us for the first half. The Bulls have come in. Put 54 on the Hawks. Can muster only 38. It is an 18-point game. We'll come back and we'll give you the stats after the break.
What's your name, man? All right, let's see how it's done. One shot for a freebie here. Shots up, no good. So everyone, man, thanks for coming, thanks for playing, have a good time. Enjoy the rest of the game. Take a shot, here we go. Boom! Making them proud. What score do you got him, man? All right, shout out those guys, that's yours. You're welcome. Played any basketball before? Okay. Shot a free throw before? All right, let's see if you can sink this one. Make it happen. One shot, and you go home with a prize.
The Bulls in control, 54-38 at Pettigrew Green Arena. Perfect on the road. The Bulls at 4-0. The Hawks 0-4 at home. Between the two venues they play in Hawke's Bay. Dom Kalman Poto. Outrageous stat line. 18 points, hasn't missed.
8 for 8 from the field, 2 for 2 from deep, a couple of rebounds to go along with it. But the efficiency has been excellent. Him and Dan Fotu combined, 12 for 12 from inside the arc. You see the rebounds, that's a stat that the Bulls are just winning slightly, surprisingly. And Isaac Davidson leading the way there. Jordan Hunt, Ira Lee, both on 4. But a 21-16 rebound advantage for the Bulls as a squad.
Dom's 2 for 2 from the foul line, not from the three-point line.
That's sorry, apologies.
I was like, did he had 2 threes as well?
I did mean the free throw line.
In Fuego, I knew you did. Ricky McGill stepped it up in the second quarter. When we say stepped it up, he just made things happen like Ricky McGill can do.
Still only 1 shot in the game for him, but 5 assists, doing a nice job of involving the teammates while also putting pressure in the defensive lanes. Jamal Brantley with the lone block of the ball game. Surprising. Thought I saw a couple others, but Matty Freeman, Dan Fotu, Ricky McGill, and Jamal Brantley on the steals list as Naitai and Jordan Kenny. The lone representatives for the Hawke's Bay Hawks.
It has been all one-way traffic inside the three-point line, and it's all Bulls at the moment. Points in the paint. They have 36 of their 54. Hawke's Bay only have 38 through one half of basketball. When we come back, we'll have the third quarter for you from Pettigrew Green Arena.
Enjoy your wedding.
54-38. Pettigrew Green Arena. Hawke's Bay in a hole, looking for their first win at home this season. Unreal when you think about it. Just struggling to get a dub in that column. And for the Bulls, they've lost on the road. They're on a 2-game road streak right now. This is the first of 2. Tomorrow night they play Tuatara, who've even retooled again. They've upskilled, they've added depth, and they're making a run. And here's how it looks for tomorrow. The Giants, they've added size. Kavion Pippin has departed. Callum McRae, 7'1" centre, and he's come in. They'll play the Rams, and then that game tomorrow night from Event Finder Stadium. Casey and I will be on that call for you. Bulls and the Tuatara.
And that's going to be a heck of a matchup, especially if the Franklin Bulls can pull off this victory today. But for me, I'm just looking at the Hawks. What are they going to show me coming out of the gates here? Throwing Arakawa, the only offensive threat in that first half. Well, outside of Ira Lee, who had 11, 15 for Arakawa. But I'd love to see them connected defensively, on a string, moving together, find some energy on that side, and let that feed to the offensive end. You know, haven't won a game at home, 0 for 4 on their home court. They have got to give these fans something to cheer for and continue to buy tickets for. And it needs to come out of effort, out of enthusiasm, and out of connectedness.
You can buy your tickets for the final 6. Use that QR code on the left there. During July 20 to 23rd, 4 great nights of basketball at the Trust Arena, Tamaki Makaurau.
4 nights, 5 teams, 1 champion. Well, 6 teams, sorry. That's why it's the final 6. 4 teams, 6 teams, 1 champion. Tickets are now in that tier 2. I think they're 10% off now.
Kaysen said 20 earlier today. I had to correct her.
Calm down, hold the horses.
But I said 15, so now they're 10.
Well, it's 15 on week-long memberships and down to 10 overall. So that'll get the discounts will get a little less so the closer we get to the date. So get your tickets now.
4 teams in that graphic there will not feature, and it is a race on at the moment. The Airs, with just 2 wins, went to Southland and beat the Sharks 103-93. It was a point guard duel between the impeccable Jeremy Kendall. He had 45. Kendrick Ray filled it up himself with 32.
A 45-piece. Touch them all, Jeremy Kendall. Highest score of the season in the South NBL.
Certainly was. Jeremy Kendall on 17 shots made, 17 of 24. He went 5 for 9 from deep, 7 assists. Also had 7 turnovers as well. And on the other side of the ledger, Kendrick Ray had 32, 14 of 25. He had 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 turnovers. Carla Davison was impressive, 8 for 12, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers, 7 steals.
Nice to see Taranaki nearly full strength. Still have Arvin Fletcher to lock into that lineup. But
well, he was suited up on the bench.
Didn't get to play those 0 minutes, but as a fully strength team, they look vastly different to what we've seen from them so far this year.
The addition of Tobias Cameron as well.
Showing some grittiness, some shooting ability, and they're looking much more connected on the defensive end in the last couple of weeks, and that should only improve as this season goes, and with a chance to be more than a spoiler, a chance at a final 6 position if things break right for him. I think he might actually get in with 8 wins this year.
So yeah, well, we were saying 9 or 10, but now we're going to go 8, and I think you're right because of just how even it's about to become with teams adding depth to their rotation. Back underway here at Pettigrew Green Arena. Stays with the Bulls. It's going to come down to points differential, Casey.
It absolutely will, just as it did a season ago.
Fulton with a tough catch. Gets the bucket to go down.
Patient offense, just ran down the shot clock, took their time, got the ball to Fotu, who is still perfect inside the arc, 5 for 5. 0 for 3 from deep, however.
Ira Lee, this matchup's been great. The body of Calvin Poto forced him into a jumper, and he knocks it down.
Well, the scoring's tough for the Hawks. They just have to do everything one-on-one, and it all comes down to great finishing moves where the Bulls let the ball do a lot of the work for them.
Calvin Poto still hasn't missed.
9 for 9. Up to a 20-piece without a miss. DKP, you're going to have to keep that angry pumpkin head for a while.
I love the fact he saw the double and went quickly. Soft touch tonight for both those players. Ira Lee and Dom Calvin Poto, who's running back with a smile on his face.
They're going at it. That's a man-to-man battle right now.
Love to see it. Bradley with the ball. Good defense by Natai on him. Hiram Harris hasn't had much of a say in this game with 2 early fouls. Rokawa for 3. Strokes it from downtown.
Oh, that's a little sign of life here for the Hawks. Back-to-back buckets, got it down to 13. And a little bit better defensively. They got to play with that continued physicality to keep the Bulls out of the paint. And Isaac Davidson gets right into the teeth.
Isaac Davidson, just with that little floater going to his left, puts it up with the right. Oh, Dom Calvin Poto, what can't he do? We can't control the dribble because I already poked it away. It stays with the Bulls.
And thrown Harukawa put into the starting lineup here in the second half to try and get an injection of scoring for the Hawks. He did hit the 3, but that's a poor turnover there. He has to be a bit more judicious with the passing angles.
Oh, look at Dom Calvin Poto. Just over the top to the cutting Isaac Davidson.
He recognized that Ethan Rusbatch had his head turned and the help wasn't there. Just a little floater pass, drops it in for an easy 2.
Ira Lee going one-on-one again with Calvin Poto. And Fotu came across.
I do appreciate how down Fotu came down and smacked the arms and then put his hand straight up. So it was mostly straight up at this point in time, but Ira Lee, he's finding some space inside. I'd like to see the defenders on the wings for the Bulls just pinch in, take away the ability for Ira Lee to drive both directions, because that's a tough ask for Dom Calvin Poto to pick up Lee at 16, 17 feet and not have help either direction to try and funnel him one way or the other. And Ira Lee has really come out of the blocks nicely. 5 quick points here in the second half. Make it 6, and it is now up to 17.
Ricky McGill with the ball. Ira Lee, tough angle on that pass.
Good anticipation. He jumped that lane early, knew it was coming in.
Rebound is Lee's.
There's 5 on the shot clock.
Mismatch. Here it is, Lee over McGill. Davidson on the other side with the rebound. Calvin Poto has a mismatch. No one moving. Fires it out to McGill. Puts off a runner on the baseline. Gets the roll.
Touch every part of the rim, Ricky McGill. A little push shot on the runner. Eventually finds the twine for 2.
Harris for 3.
Halfway down. Nice rotations by the Hawks. Or sorry, pardon me, by the Bulls there, rotating out and challenging all shooters, so there's no easy look. Brantley with a mismatch down low.
Brantley gets his own rebound, and he's fouled as he went back up.
And they're just taking the Hawks beyond the woodshed and just smacking them around with a 2x4, man. Just
that is a brutal analogy, but it is what they're doing.
They're just...
Well, we said it at the top of the broadcast, they will get physical.
There's no subtlety to this game plan. We are grinding you out on the block, play after play.
They're putting your defense in the wood chipper.
They really are. And the Hawks are trying to be stout, but these one-on-one matchups in the post, they are, right now, it just does not matter what the Hawks do. They have to find a different answer, send a double down, cut off those passing angles, force them out from beyond the three-point line a bit further to make that pass onto the interior. But right now, the Bulls are just dominating the physical aspects of this ballgame.
Wilson framed with the foul on the Ngatai drive.
On the pass, so that will be ball on the baseline.
Well, so what a game it will be tomorrow as well. With the Tuatara, excuse me, hosting this Bulls team. A win for the Tuatara and a loss to the Rams to put them back on top of the Sal's NBL. The Rams played the Giants in the game beforehand. And it'll be a good game to watch as well. Great double header. Ngatai is at the line though. And now they're going to talk about whether or not it was a pass or a shot. Well, it was a shooting foul.
It definitely wasn't a shooting foul. It was definitely a pass. So I don't know why. It almost fooled him well.
Jordan was trying to. Okay, so if you become a referee, you were on that. You actually don't become a referee.
I heard a collective groan from the officials in New Zealand when you mentioned that.
Yeah, I apologise. I apologise to the Sal's NBL referees. As Ethan Rusbatch gets free underneath the drive.
A little ball movement there. A little ball movement goes around and gets some space for the drive for Rusbatch down low.
Freeman lost the handle. Ira Lee just
the charge
barrels over.
Is that
Dan Futu? And that's going to be a foul on Dan Futu.
Oh my! Well, Dan Futu picks up his fourth personal, and that's going to have an effect on this Bull squad. And they're not bringing DKP back in, so Matt Freeman's going to have to man the middle, and this could be a tough matchup for him against Ira Lee. Because he is comfortable in the post, banging against the bigger bodies.
Rusbatch pulls the trigger, contested three. Wilson Frame pulls it down.
It's not creating great looks. Not a bad look, but not a great one.
Freeman gets the roll.
Oh, the friendly bounce.
It's the 7th bench point for the Bulls tonight.
There's 2 for the night for Freeman as well.
Hiram Harris mugged. Ricky McGill the other way.
Ricky McGill gets the 2 as Hiram Harris just looks undefeated after being unable to corral the basketball. Coach Everard Bartlett making the Hawks figure it out on the court.
It's 21 now. That is the lead as Ira Lee goes at Freeman. Matt Freeman with 2 hands on Ira Lee. Gives him the continuation. And Ira Lee going to the line for a 3-point play opportunity. Okawa in the game for Rusbatch. Ira Lee at the line, shooting 88% from the
soft touch
foul line. Ira Lee
got soft touch from everywhere. Does Ira
Lee makes it from the TAB line.
18 points, the difference. It just does not feel like the Bulls are going to relinquish control of this ball game.
Brantley with the catch, Hunt on him. Hiram Harris just gets bowled over by Freeman. Offensive foul.
Hiram Harris, he sold that one. Look, Matt Freeman just making a cut through the lane, and he instantly looked as Hiram Harris flopped that one out a little bit to get the whistle and put his hands up. He said, come on, man, what are we doing? But it worked. He baited one of the crew into that whistle, and so it will go the other way. And now foul trouble starting to creep its way in for the Bulls. 4 on Fotu, 2 on DKP, and I believe that is the 3rd on Matt Freeman, if everything is lined up quickly enough. But yeah, so all their bigs, 2 or 3 fouls. Don Kamapoto not used to playing a heavy minutes load, so they're gonna have to find a way to work things around while keeping in mind they have that game tomorrow against the Tuatara. So they want to get this win, but they want to leave something in the tank at the same time.
Well, Don Kamapoto is going to have his hands full with Rob Lowe tomorrow night. The Bulls are going to have their hands full with Rob Lowe tomorrow night.
Not wrong. The freshly retired Rob Lowe.
Congratulations on a big decision, Rob Lowe. His services were in demand, that is for sure.
What's going on at the Tuatara? You got all these young guys retiring with a lot left in the tank. There's a lot left in the tank.
Insinuate there's a problem at the Tuatara.
I blame Aaron.
We have to turn up there tomorrow night. I want everybody to come at Casey, not me.
Deal. Definitely a deal.
There's a great energy about that Tuatara team and that organisation. And Jordan Hunt gets loose underneath and puts it in.
Lovely little play there.
Close to a sellout, if not a sellout already for that game tomorrow night between the Bulls and the Tuatara. We have a problem with the clock.
Something. Figured out something here.
Think about that game as well, Casey, at Franklin between the Tuatara and the Bulls. And the Bulls were down 24.
24 in the 3rd quarter.
In the 3rd quarter, and they come back to win it. Like, the Tuatara will be smarting from that one, no doubt.
And a much deeper Tuatara squad than we saw previously in that matchup. They've added some tools into the toolbox since then. And, well, it could be different, though, trying to fold those weapons in. Cruz Pro Hunt announced. Got an American import big as well, Joe Lawson. He's going to help that front line.
Just seems just lacking a little bit of depth behind Rob Lowe in the size department. All due respect to Luke Barrow, who does a great job for them. Does his job impeccably. It's Matt Freeman creates for himself and is fouled.
Just the 2nd foul in the quarter on the Hawks. But while shooting, so he will head to the TAB strike. The crowd, they're looking for something to cheer for. Just can't get a sniff of single digits.
There's no flow, there's no rhythm to this game in the 3rd quarter at the moment. It's a stop-start affair as Freeman makes the first from the TAB line. Just the 1 team foul on the Hawks. Bulls in the bonus. 71-54. Look at 72 now. They back to 18. Jared Kenny back out there. Davidson picks him up.
For 3.5 minutes, I would love to see the Hawks just go all out. Everything they have in the tank, just pressure this Bulls team, try and fight their way back into it. 18 points down, and unless they vastly change the energy that they're bringing and get this Bulls team on the back foot, it's going to be a long 4th quarter. There's that 5th personal foul, or that +5 on the Bulls, so free throws the rest of the quarter for the Hawks.
Harris in and out. Tough night for Hiram Harris so far. Handed by those 2 early fouls. Just really hasn't got into the rhythm. The Bulls have taken all the Hawks out of it, really. Apart from really Ira Lee, who's got 20. Ron Rokawa creating his own work with 18. The next best is Ethan Rusbatch with 5.
And he had that early. He had the first 3 of the ball game, so.
Yeah, first 5 of the ball game, it felt like. He certainly did do it early. Wilson Frame missing that 3. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Natai creating for Rokawa. This is a lot. As Brantley with the closeout leapt over the advertising signs. He's back down the other end. Bazant picked up by Jared Kenny. Kicking it out to Freeman, who strikes the three.
Well, just so simple. Bazant just gets a bit of space. The help comes over unnecessarily. In a no-help position, leaves Freeman wide open for the finish.
Jared Kenny mugged down low. The Bulls all over him.
The crowd is upset about it.
Davidson chased off the three-point line, drops it to Brantley, or was it poked away? Either way, easy bucket for the Bulls. And Jared Kenny and the Hawks, they are adamant he was fouled underneath.
Looked like a lot of contact.
It's a tough night at the office for the Hawks and their fans at Pettigrew Green Arena.
Frustration rising for a Hawk squad that has attempted 16 free throws on the night. So they've gotten there a bit. 77-55. It does not feel that close. 22 would almost be doing it, would almost feel like a win right now for the Hawks on the finish there.
You can get a win at Sal's with the online code SPLASH. Pick up only, get a free half cheese pizza with any large pizza. Be near Sal's. Hawks. Well, we talked about a Bulls 24-point comeback. It started in the third quarter. This team here on your screen's down 22. And as you said, Casey, it doesn't feel like the energy is either A, in the building, or B, with this team right now. It's a frustrating night for those men on your screen.
And the frustration continues to mount. It's just one starter is shooting better than 50% from the field. Ira Lee at 7 for 11. Only one other starter has made more than one bucket. That's Ethan Westbatch at 2 for 9. Hiram Harris 0 for 3, 1 for 6 for Natai, 1 for 3 for Jared Kenny. And that is just showing you the lack of punch that the offense has at the moment.
This Bulls team shooting at 62% through 2 quarters and 8 minutes of basketball. Rokawa on the drive, fouled by Freeman.
Oh, Freeman picks up another foul. That's his 4th personal.
Creating a little bit of a problem here, Dan Sokolovsky.
Yeah, you got to go back with DKP at this point. Fotu and Freeman both on 4 fouls.
And here he comes. Tom Kalman-Fotu pitching a perfect game at the moment. He's 9 for 9. He's 20 points.
That's 2 free throws as well. He's letting us know, I'm perfect. I have not missed.
Let me catch it in a good position. Rokawa at the line. That's the first from the TAB foul line.
Just his 4th point of the third quarter after having 15 at halftime. Up to 20 for the ball game. Always a bonus to have 20 off the bench.
What does Troy Baxter Jr. average off of the bench when he was off the bench?
I think it was 17-ish.
Yeah. Tyrone Rokawa averaging 15. And he turns the ball over.
Man. It is just that type of night.
It's been that type of quarter. It's been tough for this Hawke's Bay crowd to get it behind their Hawks team.
12th turnover of the ball game for him there.
Brantley. Excuse me, that's Wilson Frame. Apologies. Almost gets it back. Jordan Hunt on the catch. Doubled.
Good rotation out of the double.
Rokawa steps into a 2 and knocks it down.
22 for Rokawa now.
18 is the lead.
A little bit of movement for the Hawks.
McGill. Wilson frame, bobbles it. Good hands from Jordan Hunt. Come on, the Bay is ringing down from the speakers, and that might help this Hawke's Bay Hawks team as Rusbatch strokes the 3.
And a 2-for-1 opportunity. Might go wanting because the clock stopped. The clock is stopped now. Not sure what the issue is here.
Just adding a bit more time as it ran down.
Getting the clock correct. So this will essentially be the final possession of the quarter. Just 2 seconds the difference. Does Franklin have a response, or did the Hawks go into the break? The slightest amount of momentum.
7 now. 3 on the shot clock. Brantley in the corner. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter. Nice little finish from Hawke's Bay. Brings it to 15. The Bulls lead 77-62. 4th quarter coming up. Welcome back to Pettigrew Green Arena. Hawke's Bay Hawks finished with a flourish, a 7-0 run to bring it back to 15. Franklin Bulls 77-62. And 4th quarter about to get underway.
And that's actually the 1st quarter of the ball game. The Hawks won 24-23 that quarter, and they're on the up. 16 in the 1st, 22 in the 2nd, 22 in that 3rd as well. Sorry, I got that wrong. It's 23-22 to the Bulls, so they still haven't won a quarter. And that was great misinformation by me. But they've got a chance here in the 4th. Can they find the fire? Can they keep digging and capitalize a little bit of energy in the building?
Just 7 assists for the Hawks. Hiram Harris looking to back down Brantley. Oh, a nice little shimmy. Got free, but Kalman Potter was there, and then Hiram Harris just kisses it off the glass.
He get the double tap. He actually lost it and smacked it in. Good heads-up play. And the finish gets it down to 13. Got ourselves a ball game.
Kalman Potter gives it to Brantley, who just loses it. Hawks get a stop, and guess who's in the mix? Hiram Harris.
And he wants that charge call, and he's probably right. Put his body on the line, took it well. And you see Don Kamapoto right into him. Possession stays with the Hawks because of the great effort. Brantley couldn't hold on to it. And if I'm Coach Dan Sokolowski, I'm a little concerned about what's happened the last couple of minutes here. Just have lost a bit of that fire. Might be looking forward to tomorrow a little bit early.
And a foul on Isaac Davidson.
Really encroached that space there. Didn't give Rusbatch any room to dribble. Forced the whistle to come through after finding the contact.
This is the biggest scoring run. 9-0 run across the end of the third into this fourth quarter here for the Hawks. Ira Lee back to that matchup. Double from Wilson Frame. Ira Lee, left hand. Ooh, that's nice.
Down to 11. The Hawks are grinding. All that energy the Bulls had earlier, the Hawks have somehow dissipated.
The lead was 22 in the third quarter.
7-0 run to finish in the first four of the fourth quarter as well.
Oh, and another Bulls turnover.
And that could have been an easy two had Jamal Brantley corralled that one. McGill finding the right play to make.
It's this absolute Hawke's Bay anthem banger that started this 11-0 run. Nartai makes it a 13-0 run.
Oh, it's a ball game. The Bulls are on their heels and they're slowing down the speed prodigiously here.
They've escaped from the back of the...
Illegal screen.
I know, a turnover again.
Jamal Brantley with essentially his third straight turnover there. I think Ricky McGill got credit for the one in between, but that was because he couldn't catch it. Now the personal foul, the illegal screen. And the Hawks they've got something cooking here.
Certainly do. They've dragged themselves out from behind the woodshed. They've turned the switch off on the wood chipper. They are going. Roko. Ira Lee has it banged out, and he's fouled.
Well, earlier in the game, I spoke about the lack of energy that the Hawks were displaying. That's all on the Bulls right now. They got the look of a team that thought this game was over. And the Hawks looked up and said, you know what? We can make a little run. 8 minutes to go. Down to 9. Can we cut it down a little bit more? See an eyeball drops it.
14 straight points. Ira Lee can make it 15 here for the TAB line. He does. So 15-0 run. Lead is 7.
24 for Ira Lee. And this upcourt pressure is keeping the Bulls from feeling comfortable in the half court and executing as closely to the rim as they'd like.
Isaac Davison's pretty close to being called for a carry here, I reckon. Finds 4-2 and left it behind. He gets it. Thought that was going out of bounds. Davidson. Oh, settles it down with a 3.
Huge shot. Ice water in the veins for Isaac Davidson after a tepid possession.
Hiram Harris. Lee tried to punch it down and blows the dunk.
Oh, unlucky. Goes up with a left hand. No love from the rims. Should be 8. Stays at 10.
Wilson Frame can't get the shot to go down, and the rebound couldn't be corralled by Kalman Poto. Here's Hiram Harris. Gets Foto on his heels. Hiram Harris misses. Ricky McGill, 3-on-2. Rokawa tracks back. Davidson to Kalman Poto. Hasn't missed. He's 10 for 10.
And that's going to be a timeout to the Hawks as the Bulls, for the first time this quarter, pushed the pace a little bit. And they found so much success in that first half and third quarter when they were pushing the pace and forcing the Hawks to scramble in transition. That wasn't the case for the last 4 minutes or so. They found that again. Instant timeout by Everard Bartlett and the Hawks. The lead is 12. Still time to work their way back into it, but the time is now.
Come on, Porto's 10 for 10.
10 for 10.
He's got 22.
Just Can we get him the ball again?
He's got 22 in 20 minutes.
If I've got a guy on the team who hasn't missed and taken 10 shots, I'm just giving it to him and say, just throw it up, bro. Just get it up again and again and again.
Do you think anyone else knows but him?
I'm not even sure he does.
Do you not reckon he does? He probably doesn't think, he's not thinking about it.
It'd be possibly. You know when you've got a good one, but you always assume a miss somewhere.
In the back of your mind, you're like, I don't think I've missed. I would know if I had missed.
You get up into double-figure shots, though. That's a lot of shots to keep track of.
10 for 10. Unreal.
What an effort by DKP.
You go to a shot chart.
It is close.
It will be an absolute blob.
DKP has not worked his way. He has not left the key for any of his shots. There's a couple in between the charge circle and the lane. Oh, Jordan Atai off balance. Can't do it. And once again, the Bulls push the pace, find an open look.
Hawks get a stop. 3-ball from Rukawa, knocks it down.
Well, we've been talking a lot about the night that DKP's has. That is now 25 for Drew Rukawa on 9 for 14 from the field. His third 3 of the ball game.
Yeah, what a night for him. Big 3 as well. Cuts the lead to 9. 4-2. Trying to get around Harris. Good defense from Hiram Harris. Pushed him out a little far. And the key there. Here comes Ira Lee. Leaves it for the trailer.
Don't forget, Dan Fotu. 4 fouls, so he has to be careful out there.
And Ira Lee knocks down another shot. Ira Lee's been sensational.
He is all the way up to 26 now on 9 for 14 from the field. 7-point ball game.
It's Ricky McGill and Ira Lee packs it out of bounds.
I know the crowd loves it. The bench loves it. They are fired up to be back in this ball game. Can the Bulls execute something on this baseline out of bounds? They've had excellent looks out of these situations so far this season.
Oh!
Foul called. Offensive.
Offensive foul with the clear out. Tom Kalman Poto. This is a shot.
I'd like to take another look at this one, see exactly where the offensive foul was. You see, he's got that right arm out in front of him. Bad news is he got an offensive foul. Good news is still perfect from the field. DKP with foul number 4 on himself.
So that's Fotu with 4, Freeman with 4, and Kalman Poto with 4.
4 fouls abound.
Natai.
Oh, they needed that one.
Big time.
It was a decent look at it. The crowd could feel it. They were 1 big 3 from blowing the roof off.
McGill pulls up from 15, knocks it down.
Is it the 4th quarter?
It's the 4th quarter.
Is this Ricky McGill time?
It's Ricky McGill time.
9-point lead to the Bulls. Can Rukawa respond? In the post on Fotu with those 4 fouls.
Ira Lee with the footwork on the face-up.
Just go to work on these guys with 4 fouls in the post. I'm surprised the Bulls aren't sending help to try and take away some of that pressure from the one-on-one defense. And it looks like Dan Fotu's got a bit of a tweak on the ankle as well.
Ricky McGill misses that one. Ira Lee cleans it up. What a game Ira Lee is having. Rukawa re-enters the chat. 27 for him.
5 points the difference. And this Hawk squad is finishing fast as the Bulls on the walk it up have not been nearly as successful as when they're pushing the pace.
Turnover, Rukawa with the steal. Natai with the drive and the finish. Timeout, Bulls.
Wow.
Here come the Hawks, down 3. 3:50 to go.
A phenomenal change of energy in this ball game. The last 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter since the Bulls had the game in hand and they took their foot off the pedal. They stopped playing with speed and strength and efficiency and started just sort of walking through the motions. And the Hawks have not. They are now the aggressor. They're pushing the pace. They're finding those open looks in transition, like Rokawa from 3 there. Dropping it off to teammates. Look at that move. That is off the right foot, floater game in the key. That is so difficult to defend. You're not quite sure where he's going or what he's doing, but he knows, to the tune of 27, 10 for 15 from the field. Him and Ira Lee combining for 55 between the two of them.
20 for 30, those two shooting. 8 rebounds for Ira Lee.
The rest of the team, 9 for 30.
Next highest scorer is Ethan Rusbatch and Jordan Nartai with 8 apiece. 3 for Jared Kenny, 3 for Hiram Harris. 4 for Jordan Hunt.
5 double-figure scores for the Bulls, led by Don Kamapoto's 22. No one else with more than 14. 3 points of difference, 3:47 left in the ball game, and this is ghosts of game 1, where the Bulls were up 11 with 3 minutes to go, ended up losing in overtime.
Freeman misses. Harris with the rebound. When you say game 1, not just between these two teams, it was the opening game of the season. Rokawa. Jordan Nartai. Ira Lee with a rebound and the finish.
What a finish. It's a man's board. Goes up in traffic, gets it as well. Freeman, Fotu, both on 4 fouls, cannot offer a lot of resistance.
Lee has 30. Bulls lead is just 1. It was 22 in the 3rd. Freeman backing down Rusbatch. Fotu with the ball movement. Ends up with Ricky McGill. Hiram Harris all over him. Ricky McGill with the left hand.
What a finish.
Shot clock had wound down.
Absolutely no time. Nothing happening on that possession except for the speed of McGill.
Rokawa for 3. Oh, Brantley cleans it up.
That was a good look. He found the space. No one else on that side of the court except for him. One-on-one with McGill, but he couldn't get it to drop.
Davidson clears away Harris. Ira Lee with another board. That's a double-double for Ira Lee. 10 now on the glass.
The Bulls have just gone away from the post game. Not trusting it anymore. Putting it in the hands of the guards to create from outside of the perimeter. Harris with the mismatch in the post.
Rokawa driving. Fouled. Isaac Davidson all over him.
Jamal Brantley wants to bring his team in. Look at the run, Rokawa. You see, he actually fends off Isaac Davidson and gets his arm trapped when he brings it back in, so he knows he's got the foul, just goes up with it, earns a strip to the TAB. That is a clever veteran play there. He is looking at free throws number 6 and 7. None have been bigger in the game than these attempts. Oh, it does not drop. Still plenty of time. And he's got that goldfish memory. Makes the second.
No fouls on the Hawks in this quarter. Franklin in the bonus. Lee with the block. Here comes Hiram Harris. 4 balls around him. Rusbatch challenge off the glass, ties it up.
Ethan Rusbatch did not get denied. What a drive. Brantley hands up. Cannot get the miss. Instead, 120. Ball game.
Ricky McGill.
Oh, that's Fotu's 5th foul.
Fighting too much at the end against Ethan Rusbatch. And Dan Fotu will have to sit down. Bloodied and battered, they've dragged themselves back into this game. Have Hawke's Bay and Ethan Rusbatch is at the line, eager to shoot 2 and give the Hawks the lead for the first time since the first quarter, arguably the first minute of the game.
The Bulls held to 9 points so far in the fourth.
Hawks with the lead.
There is the putting routine for Ethan Rusbatch. Hits the first. Can he hit the second?
88-86.
And where do the Bulls go for an answer now?
Ricky McGill.
Offensive foul.
He's called for it in the backcourt. Did I look, Carlo?
I mean, I have never seen a whistle turn like this in a ball game. The Hawks have 0 fouls in the fourth quarter where they are scrambling everywhere and fighting for every possession.
That Jordan Ngatai technical foul. He screamed at the officials. Jared Kenny was at midcourt during a timeout, begging for an explanation when he got hammered underneath. Now, they haven't committed a foul in this fourth quarter.
What is the response of the Bulls going to do here?
Ngatai directing traffic on the baseline. Needs to get it in. Turns it over. Wilson Frame has it. Freeman out there. He's got it.
But the Bulls have to run something. First foul of the quarter on Jordan Ngatai there. Took away a 3-point look for Jared Wilson Frame. Good foul.
He's 1 for 8 in this game. 0 for 5 from downtown. He's very reliable from deep. Jared Wilson Frame, 43%, 47% rather, from the 3-point line. Ricky McGill finds Brantley.
It's 5 on the clock.
Davidson. Wilson Frame with the rebound. Gives them a fresh 14. Under a minute.
Got to get something going to the rim.
Ricky McGill goes to the rim. And he forces it into the chest of Ira Lee, and that is 4 fouls on the big from Hawke's Bay.
I like the drive more than what else the Bulls were creating there. Ricky McGill will go to the free throw line, 4-2. Dries his hands with the towel on the baseline. This good time, bad time to bring up the fact that Ricky McGill went 1 for 5 from the free throw line inside the last minute of the ball game in that early season loss to the Hawks. Redemption?
Not ideal. He is 75% from the line from the TAB this season. Oh, Casey. Oh, my.
Got time to make this one.
Ricky McGill. Now the Hawke's Bay Hawks team and their fans. That's when he blows both! Oh my goodness! Unreal!
Gotta find a stop somehow.
They are the worst free throw shooting team in the league, and it has come back to haunt them from the stripe. Here's Lee. Rusbatch! In and out! Freeman with the rebound.
Well, they got to get something on the rim. 2 points the difference.
Here they go.
The bucket.
Brantley underneath. Hiram Harris. It's Davidson who cleans it up. Ties it up.
Player timeout on the court. Or was that a bench timeout?
Everard Bartlett calls time. Unreal. Isaac Davidson swoops in, cleans it up, puts it in, and we're tied at 88. 5.7 to go. The Hawks have the opportunity to win their first game at home, and we're in round 10 of the Sal's NBL. Ethan Rusbatch is smiling. Even Dan Sokolowski's smiling.
Isaac Davidson gets his 16th point on some hustle. Fed Brantley, who is denied entry at the front door. Davidson comes up big for the Bulls to tie it up. And now the Hawks, for the first time this season, have a chance to win it on their home floor. The end game situations have not been kind to the Hawks on their home court.
It's been a horror show. Will we have bonus basketball? Will there be a hero? 5.7 to go.
Of course, if there is overtime, the Bulls are already down 4-2, both bigs in foul trouble.
Kalman Poto has 4 fouls. Freeman has 4 fouls. He's out there with Davidson, McGill, Wilson, Frame, and Brantley.
Key for the Hawks is they have to get a shot up with no time left. Do not give the chance for the Bulls to call time, use their Sky City player timeout, and advance the ball and have a chance to win themselves.
Ross Patch, Roka with Davidson on him. 3 to go. The drive. The kiss off the glass is no good. And that is it. We have bonus basketball. Regulation is over. Rokawa with the finish. A little strong. 5 minutes coming your way.
How does that not go down? How does that not go down? It is all the way in. Oh,
unbelievable. Rokawa can't believe it himself. 5 minutes. I thought the game was over at Pettigrew Green Arena.
Very similar to the first time these teams met. The Bulls had a big lead late. The Hawks fought all the way back to get it to overtime. It's swapped around a little bit this side as we take a look at some of their own Rokawa's buckets. The huge rebound and putback by Ira Lee. Look how he switches hands in there. And then the foul where Rokawa gets to the line, baits Davidson, and that's what gave them the 2-point lead. Isaac Davidson then came back and had the putback to tie things up. Second overtime game of the year between these two teams. They cannot get it done in 40 minutes. Recapping foul trouble for the Hawks. Ira Lee on 4. No one else with more than 2 who's been playing. For the Bulls, 3 for Brantley, Davidson, 4 for DKP. Damfotu out of the game. Matt Freeman, 4 fouls. Foul count in the game, 23-12. That's the Bulls with 23, the Hawks with 12.
Tom Kalman Poto, big with 22 points, 10 for 10. But this Hawks team, over the end of the third and start of the fourth, went on a 13-0 run and sparked life back in this crowd. Just great fight from this Hawks unit. They were frustrated with the lack of foul calls going their way. And they didn't commit a foul until late in the fourth quarter. But here we go. 5 minutes, maybe more, to separate these two teams.
Can the Bulls regain their energy and enthusiasm for attacks at the rim? They need to get up the interior. That's where their bread and butter is.
Wilson Frame, pull up. Jared Wilson Frame, just his second bucket. He's 2 for 9. But what a time to turn up and sink one.
That is confidence.
Here comes Hiram Harris, sees the seam. Blocked by Freeman. And Brantley hadn't established himself quite fully back in court, so it stays with the Hawks.
Little gamesmanship, tries to get it in quickly. Excellent block, though, to come from behind and take that opportunity away from Harris.
Rusvatch on the drive. Left hand is good.
The running hook to the left. That is a high degree of difficulty in the one-on-one matchup, but he drops it with ease.
Wilson Frame shoots the 3, feeling it. Oh, Jared Wilson Frame.
I love the confidence.
Who said that he was 1 for 8?
1 for 8 in regulation, 2 for 2 in overtime, 5 quick points.
Here's Harris. Brantley with the defense. And the foul.
That is going to be, I believe, shooting, so Harris should be going to the line. And Brantley has that aggressiveness, but that's his 4th personal now, so add him to the deep foul trouble list. And if I'm the Hawks, I just keep attacking this foul trouble. There is not enough bodies on the bench to make up for it.
They've kept Dom Kalman Poto on the bench here. He's got a big night ahead of him tomorrow night. They play the Tuatara Event Finder Stadium, Hawks. They were looking for their first win.
Oh, Harris, long with the first.
Hawks are away to the Giants next week. They have a big game tomorrow night, hosting the Rams. Harris misses both. Oh, but it falls to Lee, and he puts it in. Oh my goodness!
The fortuitous bounce. Got to drive the Bulls fans crazy. They're not able to corral that one and have a chance at a commanding lead with 3:30 left. Instead, the Hawks stick right to them with Ira Lee's finish inside, up to 32 points for Lee. 32 for Lee, 28 for Harris. 60 combined.
Harris goes down. Freeman.
Were they not going to call that foul?
It felt like it. It was a late whistle.
Well, Harris tries to bail out and get Brantley in the charge. I think it was a good no call from the first look. He was trying to bait him into it, and then Freeman gets Ira Lee in the air, and that is Ira Lee's 5th personal instead. What could have been Brantley's 5th personal foul doesn't get whistled. Instead, Ira Lee goes for the pump fake. Freeman heads to the line. Sorry, parked to the line as Ira Lee goes out. A little gamesmanship from Coach Everard Bartlett as he freezes Matty Freeman at the line.
Just hasn't got Jordan Hunt off the bench yet. You assume that's who's coming in? No,
Jared Kenny.
It's Jared Kenny going small.
Well, this is a smaller lineup for the Bulls with no DKP, no Dan Fotu in there.
Freeman's at the 5 spot, really. Well, he's the tallest guy.
And he is more perimeter oriented as a scorer, as a rebounder. So I like the chess match here.
Yeah.
You know, they keep that defensive pressure up and possibly get another defender for Jared Wilson-Frame, who has gotten hot here over time.
How good has this game been?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I mean,
It wasn't good for 3 quarters.
It was pretty quiet there in the third, but let's be honest.
I thought we were going to have an early trip home. Instead, we get bonus basketball, baby.
Oh, the strip from Brantley.
With 4 fouls. The wherewithal to go for that turnover. Oh, that's a challenge.
That's a foul. It's the other way.
He needs to be careful. Can't get the tee. He extended the arm.
He pushed off.
Whether or not it had there was a lot of effect on it.
There it is there.
Well, nice job by Rusbatch to get in front.
Rusbatch slid a mile. Brantley's frustrated.
Oh, it was close. It was close to a reaction tee there. I'm glad they didn't call the tee, though. I'm not a huge fan of the charge call because I think the officials have been, the Hawks have been trying to bait them into that offensive foul the last few possessions. But the call was made, and Rusbatch certainly put himself in position to take it. Now, what's their answer on offense?
So Jaden Bazanta's out there. They've fallen into a zone.
I wonder if DKP has a bit of a minutes restriction on him.
Yeah, he might well do. Anyway, Harris is going to work on Freeman with 4 fouls. Hiram Harris cuts the lead to 1.
I love the patience in the post. He's not a lot, doesn't have the size advantage on Freeman. Freeman's got about 4 or 5 inches on him, but a beautiful finish going to the left there, his preferred hand.
Wilson frame, switch. Harris picks him up. Ethan Rusbatch shows on it. Rusbatch with the rebound. Hawks can take the lead. Bazant with a defensive assignment of Hiram Harris, the point guard.
Oh, double's got to come.
Rokawa has the taller Freeman on him.
Doesn't want an on-ball, no switches available.
Freeman on an island with those 4 fouls, does great on the defensive end. Here's Ricky McGill. Oh, Jared Wilson frame, too casual.
Well, Hiram Harris again coming up with a huge play after Matt Freeman did so on the other side. Well, they're going to put him in the switch again and ask him to guard Rokawa.
Under 2. Harris spins. Rokawa, big three! Gives them a 2-point lead.
What a response. Freeman just sags it a little bit too much, wanting to help Freeman the post. Instead, Rokawa, the threat from out deep, nails it.
Who's going to score the ball for the Bulls? Freeman with the mismatch. Davidson chased off the three-point line. Steps to his left. Can't make it. Big stop for the Hawks.
Just passive, nothing to the rim, no cutters, nobody coming through, giving the defense a chance to set, and a difficult look that wasn't hit.
Rokawa. Who wants it? Bobbled. Is it Davidson?
Oh,
It's Hiram Harris. Is that the call?
I think that's the foul on Hiram Harris. Just his third personal foul. And I don't believe the Hawks are in the bonus yet.
No, I don't. I think it's on Isaac Davidson. Is it? Whose ball is it?
It's Bulls ball.
It is Bulls ball. Excuse me.
It's Bulls ball. So, 2-point deficit. Huge rebound in traffic there.
61 seconds to go.
But they have to get something going to the rim. They cannot stay on the perimeter. Where's the cutters? They have to be dynamic in this possession.
This is where Ricky McGill needs to step up as the creator or a shot maker. And he's tied up by Jared Kenny. Freeman, pull up. That's good. Matty Freeman off the bounce.
Ice water. Huge shot. Not bad defense, but just the height of Freeman negates the defensive efforts of Kenny.
He ties it at 97.
He's got the mismatch he wants. He's just going to rock him down to the post.
Rokawa had Rusbatch open. He drives. Tried to fire it.
Oh!
He stayed in bounds to Davidson.
And now we've got one possession in the game if the Bulls want it. They have a player timeout if they need it.
Flirting with the
Good foul.
line.
Oh, is that going to be bonus? And he chests him afterwards for some reason. Hiram Harris is playing silly buggers here.
Hiram Harris is playing Hiram Harris basketball. I love it.
Now, are they going to the free throw line? I believe they are.
Will be shots. 15.3 to go.
Is that Ricky McGill back to the free throw line?
It's Ricky McGill at the line. He went 0 for 2 on his most recent trip at the TAB line.
Well, what's being called, I think, a timeout to the Bulls? No? What do we see? Just back and forth. But this is not, you're icing your own shooter here.
Whistles everywhere. McGill at the line.
He missed 2.
He is 1 for 4 in the game.
Missed 2 late. Oh,
This is again Ricky McGill.
Oh my
What is happening? Unreal.
75% on the year.
Come on, Ricky.
1 for 5 in the game.
Look at this Hawks. Look at this Hawks crowd. Look at the kids on the baseline.
Finally!
He hits one.
Just a bit of a release of the frustration as Ricky McGill could not find the length, but he finds enough to give the Bulls a lead with 14 seconds to go. Final possession of the ball game. It's got to be Rokawa and Hiram Harris involved in some kind of pick and roll. The ball's got to be in Rokawa's hands, even though he missed that shot at the end of regulation that would have given them the win. Just 1 point the difference. The Bulls in foul trouble. If I'm the Hawks, I'm just trying to force some action towards the rim. First and foremost, try and bait a whistle. If I can get a call that goes my way, I get to the line where they've been so good tonight. The Hawks shooting 18 for 24 from the free throw line. Maybe that goes your way. If not, let the ball be in the hands of your best scorer on the court right now. Rokawa with 31 on 11 for 20 from the field. Ethan Rusbatch has gotten hot here in overtime. He's up to 14 points now. Jordan Atai had a huge drive, and Hiram Harris always taking advantage of those mismatches, but he's just got 5 points, 5 boards, and 6 assists right now. 14 seconds.
Down 1. They were down 22 in the third. A 13-0 run between the third and fourth quarters over the course on the second half. They have been magnificent. Gritty.
Oh, good defense by the Bulls. What's the call there?
I think Jaden Bazant, did he step out?
Delay of game warning?
Yeah, and Hiram Harris is like, isn't that a T?
It's a
T before the ball's inbounded, right?
Yeah,
we can't get a clarification on the call here.
I believe that's a delay of game warning.
Yeah.
I believe that's what that is. So if it happens again, that'll be a technical foul.
Look at the way Bazant's guarding Orokawa here. He was over the top. Hiram Harris wants a T. He's begging for it. He's not going to get it.
Don't win the game like that, Hiram. Win it on the court with the ball in the hand of this score.
Here comes Orokawa. Here's Hiram Harris to decide it. Matty Freeman got him, and Matty Freeman is done for the night. Hiram Harris is down.
I am wondering if this is going to be unsportsmanlike. Let's see, does he go for the basketball? Yeah, he gets a lot of ball there. I don't think it's unsportsmanlike. I would not like to see an unsportsmanlike call in this case. He has fouled out of the ball game, Hiram Harris. The Hawks are really trying to milk it. They want the unsportsmanlike. They are working the officiating crew here in the overtime. It is not coming their way. 7.6 in the ball game. No timeouts for the bench, but I do believe that both teams have their Sky City player timeout.
Dom Calvin Porto back in the game. He is sat the whole time. He hasn't been on the bike in the corner like he was.
Hiram Harris 1 for 4 from the stripe up to this point in the game.
They are down 1. Orokawa and Bazant talking about this game.
Gets the roll.
Harris ties it up.
Gets the roll. One more.
The Pettigrew Green Arena rims don't have a great reputation, but they give the home roll to Hiram Harris. Bangs down the second, 7.6 seconds to go. Bulls timeout.
So they did have a timeout left. And they use it there. 7.6 to get the shot off. No Fotu, no Freeman. DKP back in the ball game.
And he's cold. He's set for a long time. He's 10 for 10. Wilson Frame started this overtime with 5 straight points.
And that's where I'm probably going.
What is this play drawn up by Dan Sokolovsky?
I think you have to stay away from an on-ball with this amount of time left.
Do you set up with an on-ball though, or do you just make the ball?
I wouldn't set up with an on-ball because that gives the opportunity for a double. If you take a half second too long to get into it, suddenly you're really struggling to get the ball out. Possibly some fake action where it looks like it and you blow off it. The speed of Ricky McGill, the speed of Jared Wilson Frame, that's what I'm trying to take advantage of here, and you got to go early.
You've got a wide body in Don Kawanpoto. Also, you don't want the illegal screen called on you because it is a point of emphasis. You don't want to rush it.
The big key is you're down 1, get it on the glass so you can get a rebound attempt. If you miss, you want the chance of the tip in.
If you're Jaden Bazant, you could Derek White it as well.
There you go. Everybody on the glass on this shot.
Game 6. Here we go. Bazant to inbound it. It's Ricky McGill. He's going to decide the game. He crosses over it. Nautai. He finds Calvin Pontu, who goes 11 for 11 and wins the game for the Bulls.
Is there any time left?
They're going to talk about it, but Dom Calvin Pontu.
They got to get the third official up here to talk about what's that good. That has to be good.
This is heartbreak for the Hawks. It's happened to them again, has it, at Pettigrew Green Arena. David Azor in the corner at the same end.
Was it an unbelievable pass by Ricky McGill or just trying to do too much with not enough time?
They're going to talk about it.
I wonder if we have an angle where we can see the clock as well. Unbelievable crossover.
Look at this pass. I think Nate got a hand on it, but Calvin Porto puts it in.
Is it good? Is it not?
There's no way that they can check the clock. They can't review the footage.
Let's see, is it good?
Ryan Jones will make the call here.
What did they talk? 2 points is good. Count the bucket. They're going to put 1 second on the clock.
Unreal. The Hawks will have an opportunity to win the game.
1.5? That seems too much. Let's see how much time they put on the clock here. So that we're going to get a Sky City player timeout for the Hawks. 1.5.
That's a lot of time.
Are you telling me that play took 5.5 seconds? Okay. Well, they are being very generous, I think, this officiating crew, with the extra time put on for the Hawks.
Well, in the eyes of the Hawks, they're owed a second. They're owed time from what happened to the Airs.
What a ball game.
In this arena.
So now, I'm not sure why the ball isn't being inbounded now. We should be having the ball inbounded. So I think they've called the Sky City player timeout.
I believe they must have, because there's no way that they can stand there for this long.
Okay.
Without being ushered up to half court.
So remember, in that Sky City player timeout, this should be time. They only get 30 seconds. Now, well, the ball should be moved up. The ball. Okay, so now that wasn't the Sky City player timeout. That was just them talking. Now he gets it, calls the timeout, and now they'll move the ball up. So
why did they get that much time to talk about that there?
I think that was just them trying to fix the clock. Get the time on the clock at the exact right 1.5.
Sure.
Remember that what we see on our screens
isn't what's in the venue.
It's not what's on the venue.
So they can re-talk about what they just talked about. They had the luxury of having that time while the venue was getting the clock right.
You got Jordan Hunt on a back screen to the rim, perhaps with 1.5, but 1.5 is plenty of time. You can get the ball in bounds, you can up-fake, put it on the floor, and still take a shot. So the key here for the Bulls, first and foremost, is do not foul. Stay in between yourself and the bucket. Do not give up any of these wide-open looks.
This is huge. Hawks could win it now.
Hawks can move into the top 6 with a win here. The Bulls will maintain 4th position if they get the victory.
Hunt with the ball. Where's the catch going? Jared Wilson framed through.
That should be out of bounds, yes.
It is.
Is that it? That is, it is Bulls' ball. He hit it and it bounced right back in off of Jordan Hunt's face while he was out of bounds.
No time off the clock, but it did hit him.
The Falcon.
Unreal. Jared Wilson frame will dribble it out. And that is game, and it's a wild finish at Pettigrew Green Arena. We have seen almost everything in this game. Oh my goodness. Look at this, Jordan Hunt.
Look at the hands by Jared Wilson frame. He had the angle to Naitai. It was a great look. The Falcon right off the dome. The game-losing Falcon.
Unreal, the Bulls survive. A furious comeback in overtime. Down 22 in the third. The Hawks, they have had the unluckiest season at home. They cannot win a game at home. They're 0-5 at home. The Bulls are 5-0
You love the effort.
on the road.
You love the effort. The Hawks were done and dusted, and they dug deep and worked their way back in, led by Ira Lee, who fouled out in regulation. Ron Arakawa backed them up with 31. Russ Batch good late. Don Kelman-Poto dominant early in this one. Didn't miss a shot. Isaac Davidson had a big 3 late. Ricky McGill just enough from the free throw line to get the win. You see the rebounding, led by Ira Lee with a double-double. Isaac Davidson doing it all as the guard, just
stealthily doing the job. Ricky McGill with 9 assists, Davidson with 5 assists.
There was just nothing in this ball game. The stats are so close. 1 rebound the difference, just a couple of free throws the difference in shot. Look at the steal, so much effort all over the court, but in the end, the only thing that counts is the winner, and that is the Franklin Bulls.
This Bulls team will go around again tomorrow night against the Tuatara at Event Finder Stadium. And the Giants and the Rams will go to battle before that game. What a game this has been. We hope you enjoyed it. The Hawks fall agonizingly short on their home floor. Down 22, they fought back valiantly, but the Bulls hang on for a win in overtime, 100-99. On behalf of Casey Frank and the Sky Sport crew, Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you check out the Rams and the Giants at 4 p.m. Until then, good night.